Good day and welcome to the Automotive Society Podcast. My name is Siraj and today I'm joined by Alex.
Hey, that was really quick. That really caught me off guard. I was like, yep, hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're back.
Welcome back to the podcast. Hopefully welcome back. Hopefully you've heard the other episodes. If you haven't, go back and check them out.
Yeah, this is where we chat shit, literally.
Yeah. Talk about cars, usually. Stay on track, never. And
there's always one of us that's wrong, right? Go back and have a listen.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, today it's the Christmas special that's got everything to do with Christmas and nothing to do with Jesus Christ, really.
All right, so do an intro for our topic for the Christmas special.
For our topic. Okay, so all right. Picture this.
Excuse me, I just burped, so if you heard that, that's part of the podcast now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry. That was a Sprite. It was a bit zesty.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Picture this. The Christmas holidays are just about to start, which they are yesterday. Anyway, and you want to go on an adventure, right? Right, Alex?
This did spark a heated? It hit a heated discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it always does. We always have heated discussions. But, excuse you. But what we did come up with was 3 cars that, I don't know what his cars are and he doesn't know what my cars are. 3 cars that have a sense of adventure. Something that you would like to buy and take on an adventure, right? Or something, maybe, I don't know, I kind of went from this perspective, I don't know if Alex did, but something that the car makes you want to go on an adventure.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even if you don't want to go initially, but you buy this car and then you drive it around and then it just beckons to be taken out onto the road and have some fun with it, you know?
Yeah. Just to get you out. You know, it's I think the idea for it originally, at least from my perspective, maybe you took it slightly different, but my approach is it's a car to really get you out and just get driving.
Yeah, that's it.
Forget about the destination of getting to your next destination and all the rest of it. It's really just to get out to roads you've never explored before and just get on the road driving.
Just get on the road.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell Alex anything else other than come up with 3 cars that have a sense of adventure. And I don't know what his cars are, but I know that they're going to be European.
One of them isn't. Well, one of them's 50%.
A half-breed car?
It's a half-breed.
What's
yeah,
a
but anyway,
half-breed?
Continue.
Anyway, I obviously went with more Japanese route, except for one car, which is not. But I think that's the interesting part. So I don't have to really normally explain any rules to Alex. It's normally he goes with European anyway, and I go with Japanese because that's what I like, and he likes shitboxes. So let's get on to it. Maybe, do you want to go with your first car?
I'll go with my first car.
Okay.
And to be fair, I don't think it's only my dream. I think it's a shared dream.
This
particular one.
Yeah. Okay, mind you, we don't have a budget. So that's one thing to keep in mind. We don't have a budget.
Yeah,
maybe
I think we kept it semi-affordable though.
Maybe if we said something that was extremely expensive, maybe we can give them a little bit cheaper option.
Yeah.
Maybe. But mind you, yeah, I didn't pick anything that was crazy expensive anyway, so it's fine.
Mine's pretty tame, but ever since I was a kid, right, 911s have always been that weird thing in the background, right? There's cool ones, there's weird ones, but they did come out this year with, the 911 Dakar, which is the 4-wheel drive lifted. Now, I would love to go have one of them with like a roof tent on it and no rear seats, just for luggage and storage, spotties on the front, like spotlights, and just go exploring. That car for me is it is a car that you can take, not off-roading, but dirt, unsealed roads in the Australian outback, mountain roads. I'm not going to say you're going to set any lap records in that thing, but it will literally go 70-80% of every road in Australia.
Now that we're talking about the Dakar 911, what are your thoughts on it?
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. I think, honestly, if I had the cash, I'd buy one.
I think it's a marketing gimmick.
No.
I think...
Disagree.
I'm pretty sure that they pretty much say that it's good for mild sand and dirt roads.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's what Dakar is. Mild sand and dirt roads. There's no off-roading in Dakar.
Oh, Dakar's quite sandy.
It is sand dunes, unsealed roads, so like dirt roads.
I don't know if this could...
Right? That's it. That's all Dakar is. There is no rock crawl in Dakar.
No, I'm not saying rock crawl. I'm not saying extreme four-wheel driving, but I'm still... It's sort of a gimmick, right?
Nah.
If you wanted to take your Aston Martin Vanquish on the dirt road, you still can. It's not like it's gonna bog every second.
No, but when someone designs a car to make it specifically for sand or whatever it is, it's not because it's not going to bog. Everything is going to bog. It doesn't make any difference. It's more just about protection plating, how soft your suspension is, how big the lift is, what type of tires you're running. Like, it's not necessarily... I'm not saying it's a full-blown Dakar car, but they've taken
that's
it
what I
into
mean.
account.
So it's like a
in terms of
gimmick,
thought.
right? Because you're paying, what, 150, 200 grand more.
It's worth every penny. Every single penny. You
No
think
way.
about...
Also,
if you talk-
there's such a limited run that they're
yeah,
sold
you're
out.
never going to get one. If
So-
you want one, you're going to have to retro make
It's
one.
more going to be, I collect it and put it in my garage,
Or-
not I drive it.
Just to add to this, I'm not necessarily saying a Dakar. I'm also saying I would buy a 911, do it myself, and put a lift kit and stuff
Would you?
like that. Yeah, 100%. I think it's so
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
911.
So that's
right,
your first car with sense
Is
of
one of those
adventure. It's
cars-
a 911.
Yeah, it's one
But
of those
you
cars
can't do it
in
with a
history.
normal 911 because normal
No.
911 is rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, no, you have to have a 4S.
And the Dakar one, yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, for the 911, for me, the reason it stands out, it's a car that's done racing, it's done rallying, it's done hill climbs. Like, every bit of motorsport or anything in history, generally speaking, they've put that car into.
That's true.
And I'm not saying it's won everything, but it's done quite well.
Yeah.
It is such a versatile body, and that's one that I would definitely run with, 100%.
Okay.
You think about it, roof tent, solar panels, like a luggage rack on the back. You can take it when you go to the snow, like snowboarding. Yes, you're probably going to get bogged anyways, but everything gets bogged in the snow. It's perfect.
I mean, you can put chains on. That's not the problem. The problem would be practical space.
I
Like,
mean, practical. How much do you bring with you?
so you put your snowboard at the top, let's say.
Yeah, on racks, yeah.
Your boots are probably not going to fit as well.
The boots.
Yeah.
I'll go in the boot. Boot. Yeah, in the front.
Front,
In the front.
which is tiny anyway.
Yeah.
And then you have no luggage.
No, then your
And
bags
it's
go in
a-
the back.
And it's a two-seater.
In the back seats. That's why I'm saying there's no back seats. Just friggin' empty. Just store all your bags in the back. That's plenty. You bring one or two. I've gone away on
What
holiday.
back seats? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, take the back seats out. Just put a complete. What am I looking for?
Well, like
here?
if you're buying a normal 911, they're two-seater.
No, they're four. A 4S will be a 4-seater.
Oh, okay.
So then you pull all the back out, all the seats and everything.
Oh, okay.
Just have an empty space. That's all you need.
Okay. Okay. I've never
Perfect.
given it that much thought. I've never looked
Oh,
into it.
I've given it way too much thought. This is like a dream of mine, honestly.
I haven't looked at the old 911s that much. But okay. So that's your first car.
It's funny because you had no arguments to that. You
I have
quite
no
liked it.
arguments to that. That is I love 911s. I love Porsches. I think that's a good
It's a great go.
It's a good pick. Yeah, damn, I'm stumped that you actually chose something that was...
It just felt natural.
I mean, it's a crap choice, right? It's a very Alex choice. It's crap. Like,
It's
when you
genius.
think about practicality and I want to go on a nice, like, anything...
Practicality, what are you going on holidays with? 6 bags or 1 bag? Every time I go away with you anywhere, you take 1 bag and you put everything in it.
But it's like a... I know,
Why do
but
you
it's
need
not like
more?
a sense of adventure. Like, a 911 is a German, meticulous, refined machine that's not going... Take me on off-roading adventures.
But if you're covering miles, why do you want an unrefined machine that is just crap to drive and it's going to be so annoying?
It's the characteristics of a car. 911s don't have characteristics.
Nah,
They're boring.
disagree.
They're boring.
I think
They
if
are
you lifted
great
something,
cars, but
if
they're
you lifted
boring.
something, it would have so much character in it. Because you're saying this about a normal 911, right? You're now taking a normal 911, which I'm not saying is completely boring,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
not utterly
even
exciting.
if I was to lift a normal 911,
It'd be
it won't
awesome.
be like a little bit more exciting.
Oh, it'd be awesome. You know, with like dual Fox suspension, knobby tires, front
I mean,
bar around
any
it,
car would be like that. Like
exoskeleton.
I can do that to an MX-5,
That's sick. Yeah, we'll do it. That'd be awesome.
but it's not a great adventure car. It doesn't
No,
make
because
it
it's 2-wheel
perfect.
drive. It doesn't. That's the restriction, right? If someone's doing it to a 2-wheel drive, how far do you
So
actually
not
get?
only do you have to have the money to spend on a 4S, you have to have the money to then modify the 4S.
You know what's funny? You're saying this now, and I bet you one of your cars is really expensive.
My cars?
One of the cars you've chosen. Am I wrong?
No, I think the 4S and then modifications on top is definitely more expensive than any of my
A
cars.
second-hand 4S. I'm not talking new.
Okay, how much are they? They're still
100 grand?
180.
100, 120?
No way.
100%.
A 4S is not 120.
Yeah.
Bro, the Boxster is like 120.
No, that's like friggin' close to new 120.
So you want a shit
Of
shit
course,
car.
like, you're not gonna
and
do
you want to
it.
go take it off-roading.
Heck yeah.
What happens when it breaks down? What are you going to do? You're not going to find Porsche parts in the middle of outback Australia.
Nah, you'll find them somewhere. Don't worry about it. It's German, man.
Yeah, not Australian.
It's easy.
No one's
Nothing
stocking.
to concern yourself.
No one's
You're
stocking.
overthinking it
Porsche
too much.
water
You're
pumps
overthinking it.
at your local
It's definitely not water
servo.
pumps. They're probably timings.
At
They're
your
probably
local
saying timing belts.
servo in outback rural Australia.
It'd be brilliant.
You're crazy,
It'd
dude.
be so good.
That's a
love
dumb choice.
You want to go around Australia in an RX-8. Don't tell me a dumb choice.
No, that was a dumb choice. The whole point of that RX-8 idea was because it's a dumb choice.
And 911's heaps better choice.
I don't think it's a heaps better
It's a
choice.
heaps better choice.
I think it's just as dumb.
No, it's a brilliant idea. I love it.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to mine. Now, when I hear adventure, I hear a few different things, right?
Okay, here, because there's a backstory behind this, you're trying to justify something.
Yeah, I am trying to justify it. I went, instead of 3 cars that do the same adventure, I went with 3 different adventures and 1 car for each adventure.
Oh my God, you really went into depth on it. Okay, yeah, go.
Yeah. Because when you say adventure to me, it means so many things to me, right?
Right.
If I go driving, hitting the mountains, like carving a mountain, like Macquarie Pass,
Yeah.
that's an adventure.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm taking my kayaks out or taking my track car to the track, that's an adventure. Mountain biking, I like when you think about it, sports wise, there's a lot of sports that people do, like hiking, rafting, mountain biking, rock climbing, skiing, scuba diving.
Yeah, okay.
You know, or like even simple backpacking.
Backpacking.
Yeah, and they take their car. You know, people like just.
That's not a sport.
Oh, it's not a sport. No. It's an adventure. I'm talking about adventures.
You said sport. That's not a sport. Yeah, mate.
Well,
let's see who can backpack. Let's see who
sport.
can backpack to Perth first. That would. Oh, that's
actually a really good idea. That's a sport.
Really
I would say that's a sport.
hilarious. Anyways, continue.
But so that's a different kind of adventure to hitting the Macquarie Pass.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then the third type of adventure is the adventure that everyone is super, super into right now. Okay? I bet you one of your cars is not a van, right?
Yeah.
It's an adventure to live in your van. It's an adventure to travel around the whole country living in a van. That's an adventure, and that's an automotive adventure as best as it gets.
Yeah.
So that's my third adventure.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the van idea first.
All right. Is it a Delica?
No.
Okay.
Because parts are hard to get. They're in Japan and whatever.
You went way too mechanical on this, didn't you?
Well, if I was to do it, like I have a thinking, right? If I was to do this adventure,
You have to have parts. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Go.
I have to have, and surprisingly, it's the Germans. Like I would buy personally a Volkswagen Transporter. Volkswagen parts are everywhere. Volkswagens are everywhere. Beetles have been around for yonks.
Hold on. I'm not disagreeing with the car. I think the Transporter is a good car.
Yeah.
But you're telling me you're going to go into central Australian outback or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're telling me it's hard to find a Porsche water pump, right?
Yeah, because
Which is a Volkswagen water pump.
no, they're different engines. The one's a boxer
It's
engine.
a Volkswagen
One's
water
a
pump.
flat 4 or flat 6, and one's
And the Transporter.
one's an inline 4 or an inline
right,
6.
so the one in the Transporter is going to be the same as, well, I don't know, let's
A
say
Golf.
a Kenworth diesel truck.
No, it'll be a Golf.
You think there's Golfs in the middle of Australia?
100% there's
No
Golfs in the
way.
middle. Yes, there is
They're all
Golfs
going to
in
be
the middle
Land
of
Cruisers. And
Bro, no way. There's Golfs
100%.
everywhere.
No, there isn't.
I haven't been to a single suburb that there isn't a Golf.
Hold on. Give me one sec. Are you sure? Is the water pump on a Volkswagen Transporter the same as a Golf?
I'm pretty sure it would be the same, yeah.
You're pretty sure, so you're not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, but if it isn't,
Okay, but I mean, it's still a great car. Every major city will have a Volkswagen dealership. Not every major city has Porsche dealerships.
yeah, just go to Volkswagen, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You just go to
But
Volkswagen.
You can't find the part.
Yeah, they'll just order it in.
That's a dumb. That's like saying if I have a Lamborghini, it's just a Volkswagen, eh?
Yeah, they just order it in.
You're
for
not
you.
going to get a Lamborghini part of Volkswagen.
They'll order it in.
They won't order it in.
Or you go to Repco.
They go to Repco for my heart. I can't.
Yeah. No, I
but
like that idea.
honestly, I
agree.
think
I do like a
the best
Transporter.
van would be, in my opinion, obviously the combi van because it's just an icon.
Are you talking like the old?
Yeah, the old
Yeah,
combi van
yeah.
because everyone will have parts for that.
Yeah.
For sure. So many combi vans in Australia and everywhere around the world. So that was my first choice. But combi vans are just so hard to get right now and so expensive for what they are.
They're also hard not to find full of rust.
Yeah, that's
all
true.
got
And
rust.
they've just gotten to that age where it's just a little bit hard to travel around a country with.
Yeah, no, it's just too old and a bit too shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I went with the Transporter, which is like I
think they're
it's
free
not
at
the
the
new.
front
I'm
as well,
not going to
isn't
say
it?
it's a new version of the combi van because I think the new version of the combi van is called the multi van.
Oh, it's that electric thing, isn't it?
No, it's
Yeah,
diesel
electric.
multi van.
I thought
But
it
it's
was
meant to be the
electric.
same thing as the combi van, but the new latest whatever.
And I think they've got 3 seats in the front as well, don't they?
Yeah, and then they have
Yeah, that's
the
baller.
the
The
swivel
swivel seat.
chair. Yeah,
Yeah,
at the
that's
back.
sick. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
they're pretty cool.
That is an expensive build though.
But a multi van would be more expensive and harder to find.
But a Transporter is still not cheap to buy. How much are one of them?
No way, dude. What do you mean? An old Transporter is like $5,000.
Oh, you're talking about like an old crap.
Yeah, any Transporter.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's fine. That's super affordable.
Like
Super easy.
whatever your budget is, you can fit a Transporter in that.
Yeah.
Transporter in that budget.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah.
And they got good motors. And you're right. There is Volkswagen dealers at pretty much every major city.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find flaws in
Look
it.
at that. Look at that.
One flaw.
I've done it.
I've got one flaw.
What's your one floor?
One flaw. They have leaf springs in the rear.
Who cares? You're just sleeping in the back.
They are so uncomfortable to drive.
Not if you have a fridge. Not if you have weight in the back.
What?
You have a fridge. You have a bed. You have cabinets. You have crockery.
How much would all of that weigh?
You
though?
have stove. Well,
Oh, that would be at least 300 or 400.
at
minimum.
least. At
Minimum.
least. A full
Okay, in
fridge,
hindsight.
a full fridge would be like 100 and something kilos.
In hindsight, I agree with the Transporter idea. I quite like it.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
You don't get that from me very often, so fucking take it.
And that's my one European. That's why Alex probably likes it because
That's your one European.
That was my one European car.
That's
a
it.
Volkswagen Transporter. That's one of my adventures. That's one of my cars. So, I mean, living in a van,
Yeah.
traveling around the country, that's as adventurous as it gets. Is it not?
Okay. Well, my next one is a bit different because it's just something that I've always dreamt of. So I've always liked the sedan, like a sedan platform, okay?
Yeah.
And I've liked the fact that you can just do everything in a sedan, generally speaking. Roof racks, drive, explore, whatever. I'm going to relate to you and say this is the adventure of just covering miles. You know, when you just need to go and you want to go explore and you just want to cover miles upon miles upon miles. Doesn't matter where you're going, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say you're going all the way around the outside of Australia.
But you care about the journey, right? So the car has to be somewhat.
Yeah.
What are you trying to go for? Comfort, sportiness?
No, more comfort, but also has some sportiness feel to it.
Yeah,
just so
okay.
when you do hit that odd driving road, you would enjoy it. Like the
Yeah,
Great Ocean,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
you're not going to, I'm not talking it's going to be a Lotus Elise.
It's
Like,
going to be a BMW, isn't it?
no,
Oh, okay.
actually isn't. It's an Alpina.
That's a BMW.
They brand it Alpina. It's an Alpina B5.
Up in a B5.
Yep. Do you know what that is?
What BMW is that?
It's an M5 CS.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah.
However, it's not a BMW. Underneath it's a BMW,
Yeah.
but it's actually an Alpina. So it is an Alpina.
Just
However,
rematched.
Alpina take the standard M5, the newest one, right?
Yeah.
They take out the stiff suspension. They add 2 more comfort modes into the actual suspension itself. Upgrade the shocks.
I thought
right?
Alpina wanted to go more sporty.
No, they upgrade the shocks and they add something like it's roughly around 200 or 150 more Newton meters of torque.
So wait, just to clarify,
Yeah.
Alpina is the comfort variant of BMW?
Not necessarily.
Just an executive.
Alpina's vision is they take a chassis and make it the best chassis that it can be. Okay. So whether that chassis is like, okay, well,
Is it
even
like-
if we stiffened it, it
Is
wouldn't
it like
be
A-Bath to Fiat?
no, because A-Bath will take a 500, right? They'll put the turbo motor in it, and
But they go full sporty.
they go full sporty.
Yeah, okay.
Alpina's not.
So it's-
Alpina looks at the chassis and they says, like, how can we make this chassis the best it can be?
Right.
So they're not all sporty. Back in the day, like E36, E30, they were probably leaning towards more the sports side.
Yeah.
Modern day, they're probably leaning more towards like a more usable power.
Because they also do engine tuning,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
So
Alpina goes
this is
quite far,
this is the
actually.
weird thing, right? The new Alpina, they add 40 horsepower to the motor, and about 100 newton meters of torque. Okay, but it's slower 0 to 100 than the M5 variant.
Okay, I kind of get it. It's Lexus to Toyota.
Yeah, with the F Sport thrown in.
Yeah. So it's just So it's just what they'll tune the engine, make the car the best,
super nice.
Yeah, best car that you can get. Sell it for a premium.
That's it.
Okay.
But when it comes to the engine tuning, it's not about power. It's about peak torque, how smooth the curve is.
Yeah.
It is all about making the engine and that chassis really usable.
That's basically Lexus.
And it's better than the Lexus.
Nah, I don't think it's better than the Lexus. I don't think it's...
Way in terms of driving feel, way better. Imagine, right? BMW spend how much money tuning the... You know how they got the 3 settings on the... What do you call it? Suspension.
Yeah.
And Alpina take it and add 2 more settings on top of that. That's how high tech they go to make that refined.
Yeah.
But it is the perfect highway.
So an M5 Alpina.
Alpina B5. Alpina comes first. It's not a BMW.
What's adventurous about it?
What's adventurous about it?
You just listed a really...
It is silky,
really
smooth.
Comfortable... Yeah, but...
If someone said to me, right, you know what, you've got 2 months off work or 3 months, whatever it is, go drive around the loop of Australia.
Well, why would someone tell you to go around?
No, I'm just... That's an adventure I would like to do one day.
Okay, so you want to do that, right? And that's the car you choose.
I probably would, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Okay, how much does one of them cost?
A lot.
What's a lot?
A lot.
What's a lot?
A lot.
300k?
Circa. But the new... Just take into account, the slightly older one's a bit cheaper. The old V8 twin turbo one.
280, guys.
No.
It's a bargain.
I've seen it for 250.
250,000. $250,000.
Yep.
For a couch.
You can't
with
put
wheels.
A price on perfection.
Okay, firstly, what do you want to do on this drive? Just drive.
No, it's all about... You're looking at the adventure, right? It's not the adventure.
That's the point of this.
No.
The topic was sense of adventure.
This is an adventure, okay, but you're focusing too much on it. In the Alpina, okay, it's about doing your adventure in comfort with your back being massaged, going from point to point. So it almost feels like if you did a 10-hour day, you would get out of the car feeling relaxed, all right?
But
why? If you got out of a normal standard car after, and you know this, 10 or 12 hours, your back's sore, you feel like crap, you just want to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, I did like a 12-hour stint in an MX-5.
Right?
But...
And Alpina's on a new level of comfort.
But I think the MX-5 is more adventurous than a BMW.
But it's not about the adventure of the car.
But that's the whole point of this.
No, it's about the actual adventure and what car you're taking on it.
Cars with a sense of adventure. That was the topic. The topic.
Do you know what that car was made for?
You can't just take out cars from the topic.
That car was literally made for going across Europe from country to country to country, doing 110 miles an hour everywhere. It is the perfect car.
For what?
For absolutely number crunching in terms of miles. It's brilliant.
How is that an adventure?
You think
just
about
to get to your adventure. Okay? So where you guys want to have an adventure, this is the best way to get to the adventure.
This is the issue, right? Everyone thinks that they need a really good car to get from A to B, and we're having technical difficulties again.
The GoPro keeps overheating, and I don't
GoPro's
understand
so
why.
weird, hey?
Apparently, they're all like this now.
It's so stupid.
They all just overheat.
But when you get your B5, okay, you're driving it down 110, 100. Let's be fair. Most of our roads are 110, 120 kilometer an hour freeways, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, how exciting is that? It's not, is it? You sit there, you put it on cruise control.
But that's not an adventure. It's more adventurous if I go...
Hear me out, right? You hit there, because you have to take a highway to get to the Great Ocean Road, yes?
Yes.
Okay, you get to the Great Ocean Road, you change your suspension settings to full-blown sport, exhaust completely open, engine up to stage 2+, whatever the hell setting it is, right?
Yeah.
Windows down, sunroof open, and you absolutely open up the guts of it. Okay? When you finish that 2-hour drive on that stint, you can change it back to comfort and eco mode and absolutely just get a massage on the way to the hotel. That is how you travel in style and have an adventure in that car. That's one car I would not... Honestly, if someone said to me, hey, go for a round-the-world trip, drive for a year straight,
that
would be the perfect
that is the
car.
equivalent of
It's
saying
so good.
my private jet is my sense of adventure.
Yeah, but they don't
It's
drive the private
it's a
jet.
private jet for the roads.
But you're driving it. It's brilliant. Why would you not want a private jet for the
That's
road?
not adventurous, is it?
It's brilliant.
It's more. I find it more adventurous to go in like a shitty biplane, aka an MX-5, than a freaking private jet.
What you're telling me, like, I get the MX-5 thing. If you're going for a couple days away,
I drove
awesome.
a Rolls Royce
Yeah.
from Melbourne to here
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, I did not find it fun at all. I was
That's
very
a
comfortable.
Rolls.
It was amazing, but it's not adventurous, is
That's
it?
a Rolls.
It's
Like,
just
you're not going to
boring.
go. You're not going to go hit a mountain road in a Rolls, are you?
You're not going to hit a fucking mountain road in an Alpine.
Of course you are.
Why would you do that? It probably weighs 2 tons.
It's got the sports mode. It's got everything.
I
in
don't
it.
want.
It's
I don't
brilliant.
want my back to be massaged while I'm hitting the
Do you know-
mountain road.
Do you know the thing is, everyone thinks, right, when you go on these adventures, and in
The
general,
whole point is a
okay,
raw driving experience. That's how
that
you
is
get
a
the fun.
brilliant driving experience.
There is no driving experience.
How
it's
happy would you be?
It's a recliner couch.
How
with
happy would you
wheels.
be every night?
It probably
You're
has.
looking over at your mates who have got sore backs and everything, okay? They're all absolutely just wrecked and want to go to bed. And you feel
maybe
great.
if I was that might be my sense of adventure. If I was 85 years old and my back's crook.
Not every road is great, right? There are a lot of roads when you're on an adventure. There
I
are
do
a hell of a
agree.
lot of
I
roads
do agree, but
that you
the
just
whole-
need to sit there and do nothing.
The whole adventure is to seek out the roads that are good to drive on.
100%. And when you get there, that car will work perfectly.
No, it won't.
It'll be brilliant.
An M5CS would be nicer. If you said M5CS, change your answer to M5CS,
Nah.
and I'll say yes.
Nah. Do you know why? My problem with the M5CS? The paint. Have you seen the paint on it?
What about it?
You get one stone chip on that. Like, good luck repairing that.
Oh my!
It is insane.
That'll be the same as the Alpina. What's the difference?
No, the Alpine is not matte colored and has gold wheels and all the rest. Have you seen it? It comes with all these special...
I'm sure you can factory option your M5 to have whatever the heck painter sample you want.
You know how many colors choices you get? 3.
Yeah, but I'm sure you can do it custom. Every brand does custom, especially luxury brands do custom paint. There is
Still
no
wouldn't
way
do
in
it.
hell they're not letting you, and it will still be cheaper than an Alpina.
Nah.
To have custom paint on your M5 CS would still
This
be
is
cheaper.
what I thought, right? But the CS is actually more expensive than the Alpina.
Why would that be the case?
I don't know. Don't ask me. But I don't get it. But the actual full-blown CS is somewhere around 400,000 to 500,000.
That gives me
it's
red flags
absolutely
straight
screwed.
away.
What? The CS?
The Alpina's probably shite.
The Alpine is brilliant. Do you know what else they do? This is what's really interesting. They take the standard leather away from the M5, okay? Do you know what they put on it?
What?
They put calf leather, double the thickness, because it's softer.
So it's just it's a wafter.
That is insane.
You're choosing a cruiser. Your sense of adventure is sitting on a motorway.
No, it's exploring the site, seeing things, but getting there in comfort and doing it.
That's a very old man.
You know, right? We've done adventures. I've took my Scirocco 3 hours north, right?
Yeah.
You know this, okay?
Yeah.
That car, don't get me wrong, I had fun for about 12 minutes, okay? On a nice winding road, okay?
Yeah.
The rest of it was 2 hours on the freeway,
Yeah.
and that car was rock hard. You know that how
Yeah, I
uncomfortable
do.
that car
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
okay? Then you get to the dirt road where we were camping, okay? And I was told that there was about 200 meters dirt road. I said, that's fine, no problems. It was 3 kilometers of dirt road with a full Volkswagen Scirocco with stiff suspension. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the car I
Right.
would take camping.
But if I was in a like an Alpina, okay, and I'm not saying an Alpina is like the best driving car in the world. I'm just saying you can enjoy the bits in between as well as.
But it's not enjoying
actual
at that
mountain
point,
roads.
is it? It's just, you just want to sit in, like, comfort. It's just like chilling on a couch. That's
If
like
you
saying,
look at the
that's like
performance
saying,
stats on them, they are brilliant.
that's like saying, today I'm staying in Spain and tomorrow I'm going to Italy, but the adventurous part in the middle is staying at Shangri-La.
That's sick. Why wouldn't you want to stay in the Shangri-La?
I'm not saying you
Are
wouldn't
you saying you want to stay in a hostel?
Okay, if I'm going backpacking, I'm not going to the Shangri-La. There's that backpacking
But if
is
you
an
were going
adventure.
backpacking, you wouldn't take
Staying
an
in a
Alpina in the
hotel-
first place.
staying
You'd
in a
take
hotel-
a Toyota Echo.
Staying in a hotel is not an adventure.
If you were backpacking, you'd take a Toyota Echo.
Yeah, And that's more adventurous than an Alpina.
And that's a different kettle of fish completely. That cannot compare to the Alpina.
I don't understand where your adventure is. What's the adventure in this car?
The adventure is seeing all the sights and everything to see and do in comfort.
Just being comfortable.
You think about this, right?
But you could do it in any car.
When you go, okay, you've been to New Zealand, you've been to Scotland, you've been to England, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay? You go there, you go to your rental car, okay? And the guy always smells. Fair. The guy behind the counter always has this weird smell of, some sort of weird air freshener.
I mean, it's normally like car wash mixed with fragrance, like
Okay.
air freshener.
You know what I'm saying?
Mixed
okay?
with,
So you end up driving from London to Scotland, okay?
yeah.
How many hours is that? It's like, I don't even know England, but 10 hours?
I don't know.
Okay, it's about 10 hours, okay?
Okay, let's say.
Roughly, 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
So you go there and you go talk to Mr. Smelly Man, okay?
Yeah.
And he hands over the keys to a car and he goes, yep, you're in car park, whatever. So you walk out, okay? And then you go out to I'm only guessing here, it's probably like what, a Volkswagen Lupo or Polo or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a diesel and it comes in blue and it's got scratches everywhere.
Yeah.
And it smells like cat piss has been masked for the last 3 years in the car.
Yeah, okay.
Fair?
Mast, yes.
Okay. You get going 10 hours. Now, throughout that adventure, you want to stop and see a castle. You want to stop to an amusement park. You want to
Yep.
stop and see sights, okay?
Yep.
But you're doing it the whole way, smelling bona fide, nice smelling cat piss.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. And
uncomfortable.
Ready? If you ever smell that smell again, let's say you're back in Australia 3 years later, you smell that smell again, instantly hit with memories of that amazing trip.
Of how terrible.
And you go, wow, wasn't that a fun adventure? Like, what a shit car we
No
had, but we
way.
still made it around Scotland and England
No
in a
way.
shit car. That's a fun adventure.
I'm not saying it's not a fun adventure. I'm just saying, right, it would be brilliant to do all the things. So you stop and see sights, you stop at amusements, you stop at lookouts, right? But on the drive up there, up the mountain road, you can enjoy it for 10 minutes because every mountain road only lasts 10 minutes. You're telling me I'm wrong. Like a mountain road.
No,
lasts
I
10
do
to
agree
20
that the
minutes.
mountain road. Well, I mean, depends. Macquarie Pass is 3 hours.
Yeah.
But depends on what mountain road. Tail of the Dragon, I'm pretty sure, is like 3 hours.
Yeah.
The
But if
point
you're
is,
adventuring, you're not adventuring to find the road, right? You're adventuring to go to the next city to go see and do something.
I don't think so. I think
Like, I'll go out
I
of-
find adventure in driving.
I do as well, but most of my adventures are not going out to find a road. It's going out to go to a city. To go see and do something, yeah? That's most of your trips as well. When you go down to Melbourne.
Yeah,
You're not
but
going-
I mean, I can take the scenic route and it'll take 14 hours.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, right?
But I mean, you'd have to stay a night somewhere. But I really want to do that. Like, I want to do that.
I do.
Maybe this holidays.
I do. So
I
you're
kinda
thinking
wanna
of
go
the
to
wrong
the-
adventure. Like, I'm not saying this is a driving adventure. I'm saying it's an adventure for you to go on holiday with
Alex.
and go see all the sights.
Alex,
What?
this is an automotive podcast where we talk about driving and cars.
Yeah.
And you chose a car that's not to do with driving.
It's brilliant.
What do you mean it's brilliant?
It's brilliant. You know what?
This is the
we
whole
could be here.
point.
We could be here for 3 hours.
The
Okay?
whole point of
let's-
today's video
Let's agree
podcast
to disagree.
is cars with a sense of adventure.
It's
and
brilliant.
you've chosen a car that has nothing to do with the adventure.
It's a brilliant driving car, which feels like a couch and massaging seats. It's brilliant.
That's like saying a Mercedes S-Class would be the same.
No, see, an S-Class
could
is
choose-
terrible.
You could choose any car
S-Class
in
is
the world.
terrible.
You could choose...
Mercedes don't care how that thing handles. They just put too much power into it.
okay,
and make the
you know
seats
what?
really
I've got a
big.
counter car for you. You know what would be
Let's
better?
agree
with
to
a sensor
disagree and say the Alpina's brilliant. Now move on.
Nah, counter car
Go.
for your sort of not adventurous adventure. Ready? A Lamborghini Urus.
Why the hell would you take
You're
that?
comfortable and you'd have more fun, and it's an SUV, so it's actually practical. Like it's what the Alpina you're trying to get out of the Alpina, but better.
See, this is where I disagree because the minute you come to SUV, in general, I'm not saying the Urus, okay? You're 2 feet higher off the ground.
Yeah.
It's
You can off road. You can go camping.
700-800
You
kilos
can
heavier.
do that dirt road for 3 kilometers.
700 or
comfortably.
800 kilos heavier. So when you do actually hit a mountain road, you can't even enjoy it at all.
Oh, I absolutely disagree
You're
with
just
you.
worrying
Have
about-
you ever been in a Urus?
Me,
The Urus is insane.
I've sat in a Urus. I've never driven one.
They're insane. They handle so well. I mean, obviously it's going to understeer a little bit, but your Alpina is going to understeer way more.
No way.
Yes way.
How fast are you going on these mountain roads?
the speed limit, but normally a speed limit on a mountain road in like Tasmania is 110.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. And I want to do that. And in a Urus, I can do that.
No.
In an Alpina, I can't.
You wouldn't. You would in an Alpina.
You could not.
You would. You should see how much tuning
cannot.
they do.
It weighs just as much as the Urus.
No way. A Urus is like close to 3 ton.
It's like 2.5.
No way. Nah. It's going to be heavier than that. Has to be.
Nah.
Has to be.
I disagree.
And Alpina's like 1,700 kilos.
One of the worst cars
of comfort
for this
and
topic.
driving experience.
Nah, terrible car for this topic.
I'll show him the video after.
Why would I want to go
I'm
on
done
an
with this topic.
adventure
I'm bored. Next.
in comfort?
It's brilliant. Next.
Anyway, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to my mountain pass car.
Your mountain pass car. Okay.
My mountain pass car. I do actually enjoy going on adventures where I find a driving road and I, hit the mountain road and I have fun doing it. That's my adventure, and I like doing that quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it's a very obvious choice. Okay. I thought of...
So this is a mountain road car, is it?
Mountain
Pretty
road
much.
car.
Okay, yeah.
But I also went with practicality. I want to also do it with friends. It's adventurous to do it with your friends.
Yeah.
Way more boring to do it by yourself.
Agreed.
So I wanted at least 4 seats. Comfortable 4 seats. So that... And I like JDM, Japanese 90s icons. So the RX-7's out because it's not comfortable 4 seats.
Yeah.
Is
it an Evo?
S2K, like those cars are out.
It's an Evo.
No. An Evo is a perfect contender for this.
Yeah, 100%. But I just thought it was a bit too like the go-to.
Perfect contender. I do agree. But I'm not going to go with the Evo because it's a little bit higher off the ground.
Yeah.
And it's 4-cylinder. So I wanted something a little bit more torquey. On the highway, you'd have fun. A 4-cylinder, I would sit at 2,500 RPM, whereas I chose a 6-cylinder, which would sit at 1,800 RPM or something. So the Supra's out as well.
Yeah.
Not comfortable back seats.
Yeah, but they're all coupe sort of things. You're talking 4-door or 4 seats, sorry?
4 seats.
Okay, but 2-door.
But can be 2-door.
Can be?
Yeah. So I went with a Skyline GTR.
That's actually a very good pick.
Any of the Skyline GTRs, R32, R33, R34, they all have... I've owned all of them.
Yeah.
And I can attest to the fact that I'm not a huge man, right? I'm, 5'10", 5'9". Yeah?
No.
I am 5'9".
No, you're about 5'7".
I am not 5'7",
5'7", 5'8".
5'9".
He's pushing the limits now, I'll be brutally honest.
No, shut up.
You definitely were wearing some big shoes that day.
Shut up. Anyway.
Yes, Mr. 5'7", man. Let's hear it.
5'9", 5'8" at best. Anyway.
Wait, so you just went from 5'10", 5'11", down to 5'8".
I said 5'11". I think I'm 175 centimeters tall. Whatever that is in feet and inches.
About 4'11".
Shut up. But I can attest that the Skyline GTR is actually comfortable in the back.
Okay.
They're not uncomfortable. The Supra is somewhat uncomfortable.
Oh, it's ridiculous. There's no legroom in a Supra.
Yeah, right? So we've been in all these cars. We've been in Silvias and Skylines and all these cars. Obviously, a Silvia's 4-cylinder. Yet again, the same problem. I would have chosen the Evo over that.
Yeah.
So I went with the GTR, and I think that's a perfect adventure car for your friends to sit 4 seats in. It's comfortable on the highway. It's a comfortable car inside. You can't hear the outside. If you leave it stock, it's a very comfortable car. I mean, you can do mods to however you like it, whatever you like.
Yeah.
But it's all-wheel drive, so even if you hit a snowy mountain, you'll have fun,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's got the whole torque vectoring. It's got a high CAS system, and it's just a comfortable car. It's just a good, comfortable car, and it hits the mountain like
close to stock form, not ridiculous.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
like somewhere around 300 horse.
Yeah,
you'd love it because you would be at close to 100% of the throttle most of the time.
Well, and we know that most people today love OEM Plus.
Yeah,
as their like go-to
it's the best
for styling the car. Yeah. So an OEM Plus GTR.
What color?
What color?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was an R34, what color?
R34, I would like the green.
The dark
green.
Similar to the one in Hornsby? The one that I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's just my color. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Same color. I love it.
I would choose the green. If it was like an R32, I'd go with gunmetal grey.
Oh no.
Why would you go?
Red?
Red.
They look so cool in red.
Oh, okay. I prefer the gunmetal grey to them because
R33 is purple. The purple color is the
purple.
best. Yep.
Midnight purple.
Yep.
Any day of the week.
Is it really sad that we know all the colors that would buy those cars?
Yeah, predetermined. But you agree with my car.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I agree with your car.
there's nothing, you can't knock it for anything. It's perfect for hitting the mountain. It's perfect for the highway. It's perfect for having your mates in it.
The only thing this is my only thing about Skylines, not even GTRs, right? But as a ballpark, right?
Yeah.
Skylines, GTSTs, GTRs, whatever they are, they're all very fun to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. My issue is people put way too much power in them that you cannot enjoy them.
Yeah. That's why
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Has to be stock OEM plus.
Yeah. Like 300, 320 horse, perfect.
Just few bolt-ons, like exhaust.
Basic, just to make
intake.
the feeling better.
Yeah.
Like even a steering wheel.
Yeah.
And maybe a gear shifter or something.
You know what? I honestly love the stock interiors. Like their stock steering
brilliant.
wheel is pretty nice.
But I'm saying like that you just change the feel to make it the best that you want
Yeah. Yeah. Like just personalize it a bit.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think that's a perfect car for any sort of adventure. It's a car that you get in and I think you feel like I felt that the road is a limiting factor here.
Yeah.
It's the public roads, the laws are a limiting factor. I want to take this on an adventure. I want to hit the mountain road with it. I want to see what it's capable of because it's always feeling like you're handicapping the car.
Yeah.
So it's the car has a sense of adventure and you're just a tool
to make it happen.
to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I thought about this, right? So I cannot deny that in any way. That is a brilliant car.
Yep.
Okay. I'll be honest, my last choice my last choice was something that I would say I would go out tomorrow because I have the cash and I would buy and do. Okay.
Yep.
This was my last one.
Okay.
And I sort of got thrown two ways, whether I would do it in this car or another car. So I've sort of got two, but one I don't think you'll argue with at all. The other one I think you'll hate.
Okay. Yeah.
So the first one that I would do, you already know this. And
Yeah.
It's a Focus RS.
Yeah.
The newest
okay.
Focus RS with a roof cage. You've seen the one with the roof cage and
Yep.
the awning on the side.
Yep.
Denying it is brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant.
It is such a good car.
I make fun of Alex all the time with this car especially and other cars that you choose.
Yep.
But I would say secretly, out of all the cars that you've ever chosen or like your best contender for your next car,
Is a Focus RS.
I think the Focus RS is the best choice.
It's such a good car.
I think it's the best choice out of every car because
There's only
all-wheel
one
drive. It's practical.
Yeah.
It's new-ish. Like, it's new enough that it's going to be comfortable for everyday driving today.
Yep.
Insurance is going to do it, no problem. Every panel beat is going to be like, yep, this is cool, no problem.
So there is one here near where we live.
Oh, the blue one?
It's a blue one, okay? It's got a black wrapped roof,
Yep.
okay? It's got roof racks on it with a roof cage. On the side, it's got a black plumbing pipe, okay?
Right.
Because you know the black one they use for showers because it heats the water up when you're driving?
Yeah.
And it's got a shower head on the other end, okay? An awning on the other side. And he puts his swag and petrol cans on the top. And I don't know if it's lifted, but he's got
cool.
mud flaps on it.
That's
okay,
cool.
tinted windows.
So that's
it's bright
That's
blue.
him taking a boring car and then putting adventure into it.
Yep.
I feel like now that car is a sense of adventure because what he's done to it.
And it can go anywhere. Snow, dirt.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the all-wheel drive system is amazing. They come in manual. They make good noises. The factory exhaust, I think,
Sounds great.
Is like more than capable of you having lots of smiles while you're driving.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I think the Focus RS is
Okay, this one you might
great
have an
choice.
issue with. Okay?
Yeah.
A manual, okay? Mitsubishi
Oh no.
Hypergear RVR.
Oh my god. I don't know why you like this piece of shit.
Okay, now just hear me out here. We talked about the Transporter, great car. Okay?
Great car.
Now, it's got an essence of Transporter because of the van-like shape, okay? Now, I'm not saying here that this car is to please the masses, because it isn't. Not everybody likes the RVR, okay?
Yeah.
However, I just want you to think about this. We're going to the snow, or we're going on an adventure, whatever it is, and we need to just do a quick layover, and people just want to go camping, okay?
Yep.
roll down your back seats, it all converts to a bed, you stay in the back and you go on your merry way.
Yeah.
With that, how bad are roads in Australia? They're terrible.
They're terrible.
Okay. An RVR is that slightly bit higher off the ground. And it's got an Evo motor in it.
Yes.
And it's got Recaro seats. And you can put all Evo running gear, all the brakes, everything all bolts.
Is it all-wheel drive?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Everything bolts onto it.
Yep.
I think it's an Evo 6 or 7 running gear, something like that. But
I think it's older, but yeah.
It's a 4G63 under it.
Yeah.
Turbo. You can make them however much power you want, as you would know with your Evo.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's a brilliant... Look, it's not for everyone. I'll be brutally honest. But I do really like it. For the price that you can pick one up for about $6,000, $6 to $8,000.
Well, okay.
It's such a good...
When you say anyone can, there's like 5 up for sale in Australia.
Import them. $8,000 landed. Seriously, the $8,000, $8 to $10,000 landed. Like for a really good Nick one.
But then you're buying a car for $2,000 and then spending $5,000 importing it.
No, they're about 4.
Is that worth it?
If you
Paying
buy
double
one,
the price of the product in shipping, is that worth it?
If you're buying one here, okay, for 6 to 7 in very average condition, because they're hard to find a very good Nick.
Yeah.
Right, 6 to 7. If you would have spent 8 to 9 to get a very clean one, that's worth it.
Yeah. I'm going to fight this till the day I die.
It's such a good car.
I think the RVR is a great car, but it's a shit car for our roads. Like if I was in Japan, yes, easy car.
Why does it not make sense here?
Because they weren't sold here. There's no parts for them. Majority of the mechanics haven't even heard of what an RVR is.
It's a 4G6. It's an Evo.
More people
it's literally an Evo.
Won't know what it is than people who do. And it's just a small little hatchback that's old.
It's a people mover.
It's not. How many seats is it?
4.
How is that a people mover?
Actually, 5. And the seats, you know that. They not recline, what's the word I'm looking for? They slide back and forth. You can have literally more legroom than a Maybach in the back of it.
It's a 4-seat. It's not a people mover. It moves 3 people other than the driver. It's not a people mover.
It's brilliant. No, it's 5. It's 5.
And you got to fold down the back seats to put anything in the boot because the boot is tiny.
No. Look at this. I'm going to show you the photo. You don't have to. You're overthinking it.
RVR. What's it called? The Hypergear?
The Hypergear is the best one, yeah.
I don't think it's called Hypergear. I think it's Hyper something.
It's Hypergear.
Hypersport. Hypergear is a company that makes turbos in Melbourne. But, okay.
Hold on. Maybe it's Hypersports Gear R. There you go.
I'm filling in the space while he's looking up a photo because he's a very organized podcaster, as we can clearly see. And I would like to say that is not a great choice. In that way, I would rather choose an Evo. Why not choose an Evo?
There's your bed setting.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, fair. This is...
Not fair.
This is the seats that it comes with.
Do
you like the seats?
Yeah, I do like the seats, but they're like I also like Evo seats.
Now, here's the 2 options. You can also have like that if you want to put your legs up.
He means lay it down. You can lay the seats down.
No, the back's still up, so you just have your leg, like, I don't know what you call that.
They fold down.
I don't know what you call that sort of
foot
setting.
rest. They become a foot rest.
Yeah, foot rest, whatever it is.
Okay, Alex, I will argue this. Ready? Why not an Evo?
Why not?
Yeah, why would you choose an RVR over an Evo?
Because I would still like an Evo. I'm not saying that, okay? But an Evo is 40 odd grand-ish for a half decent one. And me personally, this is my personal opinion, right? I would rather have a Focus in that price range. That's just me. You would probably have an Evo.
Yeah, no, I understand. I also think a Focus is a great choice.
So what are you saying about the boot small?
Is that with the seats folded down?
No, that's the seats move forward.
Okay. So it has a boot.
It's huge.
Okay,
You're telling me it has a boot? That's like double the size of any standard car. It's massive.
It's a big boot. But it's the same big boot as like a Golf.
That is not a Golf size. That's like a Tiguan.
You had a Sirocco.
Look at how deep it is.
Okay, all right, fine. Tiguan. Let's say Tiguan. It's big.
That's more like a Touareg, actually. I'll take Touareg.
It's a big boot, but I don't know who in their right mind would choose an RVR over... Okay, you know what? Toyota Caldina.
Why?
Why would you not choose a Toyota Caldina over that?
Because it's 2-wheel drive and low to the ground.
No, it's not. It's all-wheel drive.
And it's so low to the ground.
It's the Toyota
You want a sardine.
Evo. No,
We discussed this. Caldina sounds like a sardine.
it does not sound.
It does. You even admitted it. In the
Dumbest argument.
Go back. Everybody listening, go back. It literally sounds like
Dumbest
a fish
argument.
you buy out of a 90-cent can.
Dumbest argument I've ever heard. The car is a great car. All-wheel drive, 4-cylinder, turbocharged, beams engine. It's more than capable. It's Toyota. It's
with a
reliable.
sprinkle of a fishy smell.
And it's
it literally is a sardine.
It's a wagon. It's a Corolla wagon.
And you know when they say 10 ugliest fish or whatever? That would make it to the number one on that list.
Oh my God.
You've seen the front of it, and the back of it looks like the freaking rear end of some seafood thing.
And you think the RVR is a good-looking car?
You know what? It's bulky. It's brilliant.
The RVR is one of the ugliest cars
it's so cool.
ever seen in my life.
It's so weird. It's cool.
It's not.
It's so weird. It's
so
cool.
bad.
The problem with the Caldina, okay, my problem is you start with a Corolla, pretty much is what it is underneath, okay?
Yeah.
And then it's like starting with, okay, I've got a better way. Imagine a tuna, okay? Generally speaking, most people like tuna if they like seafood, okay?
Yeah, I like tuna, yeah.
Okay, and then you take tentacles from an octopus and stick them on your tuna, okay? Then you take the ugliest face from like a shark and stick it on your tuna, right? That's what a Caldina is. It's like a mishmash of just ugly bits and pieces they put on, and that's ended up with a 90-cent sardine can.
I think the RVR is way uglier than the Caldina.
Nah, disagree.
Way uglier than
It's
the Caldina.
so weird. It's cool.
It's not.
It is. It's so weird. It's cool. That's,
Okay, you
that's
know
what makes
you
it
know
awesome.
what? Maybe we got to do a poll. Maybe we put up a poll.
Okay.
Mitsubishi RVR versus a Toyota Caldina.
The problem
what would
is-
you pick?
The problem is, if everybody has the mindset of saying, I just want a fun, small, fast car, right?
Yeah.
The Caldina sardine is going to win, right?
'Cause
But
it's
if
a
you're-
better car.
If you're talking about practicality
just
for
said-
adventure,
A Caldina would win.
an RVR would win.
No way.
It's
It's
bigger.
a wagon.
It's bigger.
Not that much bigger.
It's huge.
It's a Corolla chassis.
It's lifted. It's a Mitsubishi RVR is lifted, right, with a four-wheel drive system with an Evo underpinnings on it.
I was talking about the Caldina. You're talking about the...
Nobody wants a 90-cent sardine can.
Some people do.
Who?
Some people do. Oh my God. Our dog is just tripping on all the wires. Okay. Anyway, that's your last car.
Anyways, yeah, that's my last car. But I think we're all in agreement here. A GTR, a Focus RS is probably brilliant choices. I mean, a GTR's probably got to a point where it's just got way too expensive now, I would think. Whereas I think the RVR is still sort of the one that you can go for. And it is affordable. Don't you think?
Right. I had to let my dog out. But I'm going to come back to this. All right. And I'm going to say the Focus RS, great contender.
Fair.
I agree.
GTR, great choice.
Great. Awesome. Let's leave it at that.
Transporter,
Great choice.
yeah. RVR, great choice.
Great choice. Wait, did I even tell you my third car? Did I even ever say my third car?
No. Did you get to it?
All right, let me get to my third car. My third one is now going back to the sports of hiking, mountain biking, scuba diving, skiing, whatever. Whatever you're into.
Hold on. So this is more like just getting everything like on the roof rack or whatever. Is that what
Yeah,
you
this
mean?
is what car matches those sports and takes you to those sports and works alongside you.
I have a question. Do you do any of those sports?
Do I do any of those
Yeah.
sports? I go snowboarding.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I have a BMX bike now that I also want to take places.
Yeah.
And and I have kayaks.
And your kayak. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
fair. That's
yeah.
three. That's three of the sports. That's fine.
three of the
That's
sports.
acceptable.
Okay. So I'm going to choose a car that does all three of them. Now, if I was Mr. Moneybags,
Is it a Pajero Rally?
Richie Rich, and did everything rich people do, I would choose an Audi RS6.
It's actually genius. It's actually fucking genius.
It's a sports wagon.
I
It
cannot.
makes tons of power. What, like 500 kilowatts or some shit?
Yep.
It's all-wheel drive, big wheels, 22-inch wheels, so it'll be a little bit more on the uncomfortable side, but it's got air suspension,
Yep.
so, and it's got comfort modes. It's got the comfort, driving more dynamic, whatever. It's amazing.
I have one question because I've never driven an RS6.
It's a sports wagon. It's great.
I've never driven one. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I do really like them.
I've driven
They look
plenty
so
of them.
sick.
Yeah, driven plenty of them.
How engaging are they actually to drive though?
Not that engaging.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly. So that's but that's why I said if I was Mr. Richie Rich, I would buy RS6.
Okay.
But that's not my choice.
Yeah.
I'm not Mr. Richie Rich. I'm Mr. Siraj.
You missed.
And I've got my choice is a Stagia. RS4S. It's just a GDR wagon. Sporty wagon, amazing, all-wheel drive. Still got the high-cast system. It's basically a GDR, but station wagon.
Do you know what? I was thinking about it just then, and I was thinking negative things, but now I come to think of it, double sunroofs, four-wheel drive, super comfy, huge boot, semi-reliable.
You can have
good
3
engines.
roof racks on it.
Yeah.
Actually, you can have
it's
3
a good
roof rack
shout.
bars on it. It's really
a good
cool.
shout. I wouldn't personally buy one, but I think it's a good shout.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a great shout. If Charlie's listening, he's probably freaking out. Hey,
I know.
Oh my God,
I know what you would choose.
What?
I've got one for you too.
Tell me.
The Lavorg STI.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
They don't come in manual.
They don't. They don't.
On top of that, the STI is not a true
But you
STI.
you don't like manual.
I do. Dude, I can't not have a manual.
Okay.
That's my issue.
All right.
You remember I used to say auto.
You're normally an advocate for, but automatic's just more comfortable and better.
Do you know what? My mindset a little bit has changed over the last couple of months. I was originally thinking because of work and everything else that was going on that I wanted an auto, okay?
Yeah.
Then I started obviously when I was looking for new cars, right, I was test driving new stuff.
Yeah.
Then I thought to myself, I had this mindset of going, you know what, I want the best that this car can be. You know what I mean? Like, you go drive a new car and it's like DCT's always going to be generally better and faster and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But then as I had that mentality, and then I drove a Golf, and then I drove a Hyundai i30N, and then I drove the next one and the next one and the next one. They're all dual clutch or whatever.
I wouldn't compare them.
No, but I'm just saying to get the best out of that car.
Yeah,
99% of them were GCT.
I think the Hyundai DCT is way nicer to drive.
Brilliant.
Than the Volkswagen.
I'm not saying
DSG.
I'm not saying that I hate DSG.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying they're all the same. I'm just saying it gets to a point where you go, what? Like there is some better than the others, but it gets to a point where you just go, far out. I want my clutch back.
Yes. No, I agree. I'm always like that. But you've always been the opposite. You've always been, no, automatic. Just take the stress out of driving. Why?
I used to be because of work and how much I was driving.
Yeah.
And I think in the last, people who don't know, my car had a bit of an episode. A good old water pump has just gone and has been repaired. And for the period that it was being repaired, I was in an automatic. And as nice as it was, when I did get back in my BMW, I was like, wow, this is like a new car again to me.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much I missed it till I really missed it.
Okay. So that's good. I'm glad you realized that I was right.
The one thing I will say though, if it was an old pile of crap manual, like I'm talking like...
No way. Would you rather drive an E30 automatic or manual?
No, manual for that sake. I'm just saying, like, as a daily car, right, I'm past the point of having like a really shitty.
I don't know. Even an old car, like I would
can't.
take a manual MX-5 over an automatic MX-5.
Oh yeah, no, I'm more comparing a newer automatic to an older manual.
Okay, well, give me 2 examples.
Okay, an E30 manual, right, is a great car. The gear shift is pretty sloppy, I'll be honest. It's sort of like, you can get it in gear, but it's pretty loosey-goosey in terms of the gearbox. It's almost like saying for 10 grand you can buy an E30 manual, yeah? Fair?
Yeah.
Or would you go out and buy an IS 200 or 250, whatever they're called?
In automatic.
An automatic. As a daily car. I'm not saying here as an enthusiast. I'm not saying as anything. To get you to work and back, I would be buying an IS 250. They're so comfortable.
But nah, I don't know. Like, you just wouldn't. You would miss the manual too much. It'd be such a boring drive to and back from work. I think old automatics don't have character. I think the new DCTs have character. At least they're a manual box with character. You got the flappy pedals. You got sequential. I think that's more character. So like, if you got a brand new DCT compared to a really old manual, then yes, I would pick the DCT.
Yeah.
As an everyday driver, but like an IS 200 automatic is so...
No, a 250, like the one you had.
Yeah, but still so boring.
Oh, it's boring. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just talking as a daily car. The work that I do, right? Stop and start getting in and out.
A DCT brilliant. I would pick. And like a newer DCT I would pick. Like an i30N I would pick over a manual old. car.
Yeah, but that's comparing 60 grand to 10. I'm talking, if you're talking 10 or 15. Like
Well,
a
I mean,
30
60
is,
for 60,
what can you get?
like an old...
Boxster probably, or something like that. You can get an old Cayman for 60.
Yeah, I know. I
Manual,
think
but-
the more, every argument that I had in my head, I thought about it and I was like, oh, no, I would still pick the older most of the time. Because then you're getting more. Like an i30N is front wheel drive.
Yeah, that's...
For 60 grand, I can get an Evo 9,
Yeah, he's better.
which is nicer. It's all-wheel drive and it's a nicer car. Yeah, no, I agree. For same money, I would choose the older manual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I was right.
Yeah, you were right. For me, it's not. Only because of my line of work. And you don't only have one car. I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
multiple.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always right. So, I mean, it just takes you time to figure
You're
it out.
always right.
Yeah. So I'm just glad that you've come on board after how many years of saying automatic's better.
100%. You know what? Do you know what? Let's all bow down and say the RVR is the best car
Oh,
you can buy.
Absolutely
for traveling
not.
across Australia.
What a shit bot.
But you know what? In all honesty, I'm on the manual train now. And
That's good. I'm glad.
I always have
I
been.
think-
But I think I was just trying to make my life a little bit easier, but I can't go all the way yet.
I think our listeners will also agree and say that the Focus RS is probably the best shout for a modern, good budgeted adventure car. And it's great for everyday driving. It's just amazing because you inject the adventure into it.
Yeah.
Because of how you explained to me with awnings and roof boxes and you can put this and that on the
It's
car.
so cool.
You can mod it and not touch the engine and not touch anything that...
No, and just go enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, you can just enjoy it as it is.
And can I just say, that already
I would
is...
say that...
That already is an exciting car.
Yeah.
It has a drift mode.
Yeah.
That was
I think
one of the first
it
cars
goes
to
in
have it.
hand with any car that has a rally racing heritage.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right.
Anything that has rally racing, like the WRX STI,
Hold on,
the
no, I've got one that doesn't
Evo
work.
9.
I got one that doesn't work.
What?
Lancia.
Well, like a new Lancia.
Yeah, no, you can't compare that.
But that's because in Australia we don't...
No, but the new Lancias.
Well, we don't have
No, but
say
they're made by
because we
Chinese.
don't get the new Lancias.
They're made by Chinese, so that's the only one that doesn't work.
Oh my god, that's just... Why? How did it get to racism? How did
That's not racism. I'm just saying the Chinese businessmen of who they are bought Lancia as a whole.
Okay.
So now they make
What's wrong with
rebadged MGs, right? They are technically MGs underneath. Rebadged MGs that say Lancia on the front. So you
Okay.
can't say the new Lancia is the same as the old Delta Integrales and...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not comparing the new Audi RS4 to the old Quattro
no, that doesn't...
S1 either.
Yeah.
I don't know where this argument came from and why it went to a
We're
specific
talking about
country.
brands. They're rally heritage.
I also wouldn't... It doesn't mean anything that they're from a certain country.
Which country?
It doesn't matter. Well, the Audi's from Germany, but I still wouldn't drive a new Audi as an off-roader just because they have a rally heritage.
Yeah.
That was a stupid... Anyway, moving
Move
on.
on.
Alex and
You
his...
complicate things.
You're stupid.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
That I do get it.
You don't.
You're just... you don't get it.
But you're right? Evos, WRXs,
Focus.
Focus, RVR.
I don't think the RVR has a rally
Nissan's-
heritage.
Skylines, they used to rally.
Yes, but I mean,
Well, not much, but they did.
I wouldn't count like Group B and stuff like that
No.
because that was more like tarmac rally.
But they're all, all that stuff, brilliant.
Yeah,
You know what? I would have said, to be honest, a Yaris GR, but they're just too small to go adventuring.
on the Corolla GR.
The Corolla might change things, but it's not technically fully out yet.
Yeah, we haven't
So
tested
that doesn't
it.
count.
Not that we're going to get to drive many anyway.
I will.
Will you?
I will.
Okay. All right. Alex gets to drive.
Rumour
it, so
has-
we'll have a look.
Rumor has first quarter next year,
Yeah.
the demo's coming in.
Okay. That's pretty
So
good.
we
That's pretty
will
quick.
have a drive.
That's pretty
in it.
quick.
However, in other news, I have told you about my email that I've had from Toyota Australia.
Yes.
That my Corolla GR may take up to a 2-year wait
Yeah.
to get one. So
Toyota,
we'll be waiting patiently.
You really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Like, why release a car at all if you can't meet, like, demand?
Well, this is the thing. They're taking a leaf out of the Italian book, okay? You know Italians, every time you go to an Italian, you know this, right? Hey, how many did you make? How much horsepower does it have? they're always wrong. It always has more power or less power. Everything is just blasé. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know how many stories there are?
Yeah, I know. But that's not just Italian. Germans do it too. Audi does it too. If Audi says they make 480 kilowatts, you put it on the dyno, they make like 565.
They always make more, right?
Yeah.
But they're a bit blasé, those sort of companies, right? The interesting thing is that when Toyota came out and said how many they're going to make, just enough below the demand level.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we can keep it a little bit exclusive. So nobody has any idea.
I mean, the Yaris was super exclusive.
That was super exclusive.
Like, it sold out instantly, and you could not get another one.
How much are they now? Like 60K for a half decent one?
50, 60? Yeah, when they sold for 39 brand new.
I know.
Yeah, they immediately went way above list price. And I've got a few friends that have them. I've like 3 of my mates that have GR Yaris's, and one of which I'll be installing a blow-off valve to in the next coming weeks. So, yeah, I'll let you know what it drives like.
Can I just say, though, while I am looking at this, because I was looking at them the other night, prices are coming down.
Yes.
Across the board.
I think all cars.
Everything.
Yeah, all cars are.
Finally to an actual achievable level almost. Like, they are at a level now where I would say I'd pay that
Depends
money.
on what it is. Like, old Japanese cars all have gone down to almost what they used to be before COVID.
Yeah, they're still a bit higher, but they're not always all the back.
Some of them are, but I think they're not selling. I think you can actually get them for pre-COVID prices, except for Silvias.
They're still 40, 50 grand.
Yeah, I don't know who's spending 50, 60 grand on an S15. And why? Why are you doing this to
It's
yourself?
a lot of money for that.
S14s are still 35, 40. Yeah, so I don't know. Silvias are the only cars that haven't gone down in price, whereas everything else has. So, yeah. But I think that almost covers that does cover all our sense of adventure cars. Even though you brought a car that doesn't have any adventure in it whatsoever.
V5, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a good... You can say it's a good car, but it doesn't mean it has adventure in it.
It does. It's just... Anyways, move on. We're going to be here for hours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you all for listening. Please follow us on our socials, which are the Automotive Society _ on Instagram. We do have an email as well, which is theautomotivesociety@outlook.com. And, send us any questions, photos of your cars, any of that. We'd be happy to put it in the show. We still want to do a few more live streams. We are having the technical difficulties with our camera, so I think it's time for us to look into other options and maybe see if we can get another camera that might work better.
Yeah.
I would like to not go down in quality, so we'll just have to work with our budget and see what we can get. But yeah, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace out.